Hello everybody, welcome to another screencast for Research Skills 1. In this screencast I will explain how you get your SPSS data visualizations into Word in such a way that it will look nice. So first I will show you what is not allowed, and then I will show you how you do visualizations in your report properly. So you're in the situation you need to write your results section for your research report. In this results section you show the most important data that you have, and you use it to reach a conclusion. You use it to answer your main question. Well, one way of doing that would be to go to SPSS and order up a few graphs, like for instance a bar chart. A nice clustered bar chart where you look at gender and its effect on the grade that people give orange is the new black. Then once that's done, you got a graph like this and you think, oh, this is very interesting. I'll just copy this and I'll just sort of paste it here. And then I've got some results and they're looking good. Oh, I also have a table in which I can use, which is very nice. So this is the people and their education. So I'll just copy that into the document as well. You see the problem here, what you're running into is that you're just blindly going to start copy and pasting everything because it's all looks very interesting and useful. But what I need you to do is select the things that you want to present that really help answer your main question. That's one thing. The other thing is that these graphs and tables look really ridiculous. They're ugly. So we need to make them look good. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete these. Bye-bye. I said bye-bye. And we're going to replace them with something that we can use. So what do? We take this data and we copy and paste it into Excel. If you do just copy-paste, you will get this layout. We don't actually want that. So instead of just pasting it ordinarily, we paste it using the right mouse button option, match destination formatting. Then you lose all the weird formatting that's already in there. Now we can delete everything that's not useful or gives us information that we want to use. So we can get rid of all these different things. Basically, we're only interested in this data. What happens then is you just copy and paste it, and in Word select a particular layout that looks good, and use the built-in tools for Word in order to create a nice looking graph, whichever way you want it. So you'll notice that we have now a nice looking graph. It looks much better than the one we had, but we still need to add stuff. So that is basically a caption. So this is going to be, for instance, table 1. You need to tell the reader what he's looking at. So a cross tabulation of educational level and gender. And then you have text, as can be seen in table 1. Most participants had a bachelor degree there do not appear to be any differences in gender. Do not appear to be any differences caused by gender. On educational level. Because if you look at these numbers, these are mostly the same. They're very near to each other. But you can see that there's a difference here between high school and master and bachelor. So that is the information that is in this graph that is important. So what you need to do for these tables is just copy the data from SPSS to Excel without the SPSS formatting. Then get rid of the data that you don't need. That's not informative. Stick with just the data you need to tell a story. Put that data into Word. Use the automatic formatting and layout table tools in Word to make it look nice. And then add a caption and refer to it in text. Next up is the same procedure only for visualizations. So what we do now is we have output from SPSS in the form of this figure, and we're going to recreate it. So we can't just copy this figure into Excel and then make it look nice. No, we need to have the source data so we can recreate this. So we need to have this data. How do we get this data? Well, it's about the amount of people that gave a particular grade to Orange is the New Black split by gender. Well, you can ask, is that really a informative figure? Not really. It would be more informative if we look at the averages for each of these groups. So what's the average grade females give? What's the average grade males give? What's the average grade that the prefer not to say group gives? We can order that simply by looking up compare means. And then the grade is our dependent and the gender is the independent. We press OK and then we get these numbers. We're going to copy these numbers into Excel. Oh, wait. Like this. We're going to get rid of the information that we don't need because it might be confusing. We just want the means in this case. And possibly standard deviations. What we're going to do is we're going to select these three means. Then just press Insert. And select this graph. Then we're going to select this, copy, and then paste. You can see that here are the means for each group. You can see that females have the highest mean grade for Orange is the New Black. Males have the second highest grade. They prefer not to say have the lowest grade. Or you could also call the males the middle grade. That's it. For getting the figure, obviously we need to add a title. So that's a comparison of Orange is the New Black grade with gender. There we go. We have a title, we have labels, we have an axis. We're going to copy this into Word, give it a caption, figure 1, and then refer to it in text, as can be seen in figure 1. Females gave the highest average grade for the show Orange is the New Black. That's it. So remember, for getting a graph from SPSS into Word, into your research report, you have to go through Excel, just like with the tables. The difference is you don't input a graph into Excel, but you input a table from which you make a graph in Excel. If you want to do something with the standard deviation, you can change the chart type to a stacked bar chart. Then you see the orange bit is the standard deviation added on top of the average bit. So this gives you a little bit more information about the spread that's in the dataset. But that's not really necessary if you don't want to do it. This is fine for presenting average data across different subgroups. Good luck creating your own graphs for your research report.